Today on CityCast Chicago, we're continuing our summer entertainment guide where every week this month, we're giving you recommendations for how to do summertime shy with a plan. This week, we're talking all things music festivals because regardless how some of us feel about them, they are a staple of summer. And whatever kind of music you love, there is definitely a festival for it here in Chicago. We brought in two of our biggest music enthusiasts to talk favorite lineups and tips to make your festival days as comfortable as possible. It's Thursday, June 15th. I'm Jacoby Cochran, and this is what Chicago's talking about. Today with me is Marketing Director Caroline Patton and Marketing Coordinator Jermaine Thomas. Welcome back to the show, y'all.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No, I'm excited to have y'all. For our regular CityCast listeners, when we usually talk about music festivals, we're talking about the politics of music festivals, right? Where are they? What are they doing in parks? How can we make sure neighborhoods are having a good time when these music festivals are going on as well? And obviously, the tenor of my voice is often that I'm a skeptic when it comes to big music festivals, but I wanted to bring two people in who like getting outside, enjoying their music in the sun. Jermaine, I'm going to start with you. What is it about music festivals that attracts you, that you enjoy?
Well, for one, if I'm going to spend all day in the sun, like out being hot in a big old group of folks, the set list has to be 100% correct. And then after that, like, it's just like being in the mix. Like, I like to be like around a lot of people, like enjoying themselves, having a good time, and just like get those summertime vibes, you know?
Do you have maybe a limit? Like, are you a music festival person if it's like 50,000 people out there, or are you 50,000 to 450,000?
See, you know, the crazy part is I've only been to festivals that my biggest one was the Roots Picnic, and that was 60,000. Okay. And I haven't crossed that threshold yet.
Okay. Caroline, same question to you. What is it about music festivals? I know you spend so much of your time seeing live music in Chicago, from small little free shows on Mondays at Empty Bottle all the way to some of the biggest music festivals. What is it about these fests that you love?
Yeah, I like them because you can see it's kind of bang for your buck type deal, right? Like, I mean, I just saw Taylor Swift. I spent a ridiculous amount of money. I'm about to see Beyonce, and I'm going to spend, a lot of money on those two shows for, a total of 5 artists, where I'm spending, the 300 to 400 to see as many as I want, essentially, at a festival. So I like that. Definitely playlists is a huge deal. I'm also not one to, like, in general, when I go to a show, I'm not in the crowd. I don't really care to be in the crowd. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, music festivals, I mean, other than being outside, they don't feel much different to me because I'm not really trying to get involved in the crowd. I'm not in it. So it's definitely more just about the variety and the ability to see as many artists as you essentially want to in one day. Like, you can kind of cram in a lot, which sometimes is a lot, but also it's like, okay, I did it. Now I can sleep on, Monday and Tuesday night and catch up on it, basically.
No, for sure. And I get that. And to be clear, I don't mind seeing live music in Chicago or live music outside. Like, I'm going to see Larry June at House of Blues tonight. I'm going to see Lauryn Hill at Ravinia up in Highland Park on Saturday. I know, Jermaine, I see it, right? She canceled on us last year, so I'm still got my fingers crossed, but I'm pulling up.
I'm still thinking about it. I can never forgive her for that. Look, I hope that she shows up for you. I swear I do. On time. Fingers crossed.
Hey, I don't expect it to be on time, but I will be out there to enjoy it. And for me, I particularly appreciate like neighborhood festivals, because I've been having this conversation with people like, what do we mean when we say music festival? Because if you think, a lot of the street fests in Chicago also have stages, right? A Midsummer Fest also had a music stage. A West Fest will also have a music stage. And so I enjoy getting outside, seeing it. But once you start to get to those bigger numbers, I went to Lala once. I think it was maybe 2019 when Lil Wayne was here. And like you, Caroline, I found myself sort of standing towards the back. And then I couldn't tell if I was actually getting a good experience. I was like, is this what people people come from music festivals for, to like find the furthest place away from the stage to enjoy it. You know, this is the part that gets me excited, because the one thing we have to say about Summertime Chicago is it shows its ass when it comes to just how many different options you have. Whether you're looking for jazz festival, whether you're looking for house music, if you're looking for, you know, Latin music with like a Ruido festival or something like that, or even festivals dedicated to weed, we have it. And so I want to start with you, Caroline. What are a couple of festival lineups that you're looking forward to?
Sure. I am going to Lollapalooza, Riot Fest, and Pitchfork, as I do every year. Those are my big three, as I like to call them.
I was going to say, those are the big three.
I'm not going to all weekend like I typically do for these three, so I'm just doing a couple of days of each.
So with Lolla, who are you most excited to see on the day you're going?
Well, I'm mad because I really wanted to see Kendrick Lamar in 1975, and they're playing it. This is the problem.
Is this
to me.
Lolla?
Like,
Kendrick in 1975? Is that Lolla?
That's Lollapalooza. Lollapalooza has a good lineup, but like not only 1975 and Kendrick, but also Fred again. The three bigger names that I wanted to see are all playing at the same time on the same night. It's like, okay. So I'm going to Kendrick out of the three. And
it's not as easy as just like spending, like it's not as easy as splitting the time. Usually these artists are on opposite sides of Grant Park.
Yeah, not like you can do any other festival, you can make it work if you want to do half and half, not at Lollapalooza. So yeah, I'm just going to go to Kendrick on that night. I've seen him before, but like I can't not go to him. I'm obsessed with him.
It's an absolutely amazing show, right?
Yeah,
and what you've been doing with Baby Keem on this latest album in terms of the performances I've been seeing look crazy. They look amazing. What about Riot Fest? Who are you looking forward to seeing at Riot Fest?
Yes, Riot Fest, really, honestly, if I were to like narrow it down, it's probably my favorite festival in the city because I just love the like vibes and energy. Like it's like going to an adult playground a little bit at Riot Fest. You're not kind of dealing with the younger crowds that you're maybe dealing with at the other ones. You kind of have the people. But yeah, I want to see The Cure. But shout out at Riot Fest, my favorite band, maybe ever, but definitely currently, White Reaper. We love White Reaper. Listen to them. Go see them at Riot Fest. They're incredible.
And then Pitchfork, what are you looking forward to?
I have a bone to pick with them. Lineup wise, they're my favorite because I find a lot of new people that I didn't know about before. But I have a bone to pick with them about their Snail Mail, Ways Blood, Julia Jacqueline situation where they're all playing at the same time. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it at all, but it's fine. So
I love that your biggest gripe with the festivals is just like the schedule is uncompromising.
Listen, I know it's hard. I'm sure it's hard. I'm not a festival planner, but like make a day for someone who's going to listen to all this music. Don't like patchwork, whatever.
I hear what you're saying, but like you said, I have never planned a festival. I imagine the different things that go involved in that, from the travel of the artist, when they would like to be playing, because, you know, for certain artists playing at 8 o'clock, that says something about, you know, where they are in their careers. And if they don't get that 8 o'clock spot because they wanted to do this sort of beautiful Spotify playlist where a person could get what they like all day, I wonder if an artist was like, nah, I'm an 8 o'clock performer. I ain't trying to go at 4 o'clock. I'm an 8 o'clock.
I'm such a hater, and I really shouldn't speak because I don't know anything about it. But all I know is it's ruined my life. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I love it.
Just kidding.
I'm going to come back to some other festivals you're planning on going, but you said you're hitting the big three for sure, at least a couple of days or one day at each. Lollapalooza, Pitchfork, Riot Fest. Jermaine, kicking the same question to you. I know you're going to Lolla, but what are some of the lineups you're looking forward to? And at Lolla, who are you looking forward to seeing?
For sure. So I'll start with Lolla. I'm very excited to see Tim's. I love that woman so deep. Like the music just brings a peace to my soul. You know, no
That's
damages.
fantastic.
I need a free mind. Like, come on. It doesn't get much better than that. And then, so I also had to make that choice between Kendrick and the 1975, but I went the other way and I had to choose the 1975. So I feel like I'm in the minority on that one. And then also, I think
just
Jesse
the layers
Reyes,
that are involved in what you just said is perfect to me. It just works.
I don't know.
We should have let Jermaine go first. Because now he's getting self-conscious about his pick.
Screaming, no. Look, I've had to defend that choice to many a friend. It's happening. And then also like Sabrina Carpenter that day. So yeah, it's a lot, you know, we're doing that. I'm also kind of stressed out like this weekend specifically because there's so much going on. There's like
There
the
is
Chicago
so
Pride
much
Festival.
happening this
Yeah,
weekend.
Taste of Randolph. And then it's also like, or Hyde Park Summerfest is also Juneteenth weekend. So it's like literally you can go anywhere and do anything. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Who in the lead right now? Taste of Randolph, Chicago Pride Festival, Summerfest. Who in the lead right now, Jermaine? All got some great lineups.
Yeah, we're going to be hopping around is what it seems like, because I want to get like a little pride going on.
Come to Hyde Park Summerfest with me. Hang out with me there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard. And then also like Jamila Woods at the Taste of Randolph. And I think like that one might be free if I'm like not mistaken.
It's like a $10 suggested donation, but I think with neighborhood festivals, it has to be suggested donation because they're using the sort of public streets. And so, but no, Jamila Woods is going to be in there.
Suggested like donation, like giving like 10 or 15, like that's nothing compared to the price I paid for Lala. So I'll happily give them that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, including me, at different points over the last few months have like taken shots at Hyde Park Summerfest. Not gonna lie, just because the price has gone up, and then some people, question how good the lineup. But honestly, when I look at this lineup, it is some moments in there for people. Like I've already said, I'm excited for the Chicago Hip Hop 50 celebration with Vic Mensa, Twista, Shauna. But a lot of people have told me they're excited to see Lil' Kim hit her dance.
I cannot wait.
Love Lil' Kim.
I cannot wait to see Lil' Kim.
But one artist who I would be really excited to see is Alex Isley. Such a fantastic singer and a beautiful performer. Last album was off the charts. So Hyde Park Summerfest has got some good artists in there. And Jermaine, you're not alone. Simone would have also chosen to see the 1975 on that Lala Friday.
It's a valid choice. Like this last album is such like I love some good like alternative pop. Like it's my jam.
I mean, there's a song literally about me with my name in it, and that's hard for me to skip, but I am.
Like,
I know.
One lineup that I am, I'm interested in going to a few music festivals this summer. I do want to pop out to Chosen Few in Jackson Park, the House Music Festival. Shout out DJ Lori Branch, who did our house music episode, is going to be out there later this summer. I go to the Silver Room Block Party every year, and one of my favorite Chicago artists is performing this year, Mick Jenkins. But one festival that I've been to in the past that I do think their lineup is probably worth the price if you really like rap, if you really like hip-hop music, is Summer Smash. This year, Lyrical Lemonade Summer Smash is going to be out in Bridgeview, but their lineup includes the headliners of people like Playboi Carti, Dirk, Uzi, Future.
Where that festival is, I went last year to a festival at that location. It's kind of far, but it actually was a really, really great festival experience. Like it's on turf. And they also have this inside thing that's really cool. So, like, if you're just looking for, if you're not a music festival lover, like, as far as the outside and stuff goes, I guarantee you that festival ground you will like. And I know they're doing, like, buses down. So, that, in general, like, that space. I bet, Jacoby, if you don't have tickets to that, I bet you would like that one, actually, that location.
Since y'all are heading out to some of the biggest festivals in Chicago, I got to ask, what's your game plan from the moment you decide to buy tickets? What are you looking out for? Caroline, I'm going to start with you.
So for me, when I think about buying a ticket, one, I tend to not buy them at the on sale. I know that's kind of like, you're like, oh, wow, you're kind of playing with fire there. I tend to always be able to find a resale ticket pretty easily, like come the weekend of or like something like that. So maybe that's not the best advice, but that's how I am. Like I have plans to go to these this year, but if I don't go, I don't feel like I have to go now because I've spent this money on this ticket. It's more like, am I exhausted that weekend? Do I not feel like going and dealing with that? Is the lineup worth it that day after I see the schedule? Like I tend to not buy until I see the actual day schedule, because if there's too many conflicts at the people that I want to see, then it also feels like it's not worth me buying. So definitely a lot more into it than before, when I just wanted to really go for the experience and just to go and like hang out and sit outside and like listen to music, and I didn't really care what was what was kind of playing. Now it's a little more strategic, where I want to see the lineups. I want to see the schedules.
When you're thinking about that ticket bargain, are you worried that like day passes will sell out?
I mean, I definitely would worry about like day passes being sold out. To be honest, like I'm probably just going to buy a weekend pass anyway to whatever I go to. Like I tend to just do it because then it's like I have a lot of friends where, okay, I can't go Saturday. They'll like go on Saturday with my pass or whatever. I mean, it's easier that way. But yeah, there is a worry for sure about selling out. It's, I guess, in a post-quarantine world, I don't feel as eager to buy right when it gets announced. I am open to waiting just to see how my summer plays out. So that's my buying pattern. Definitely different than it was before. Like I definitely used to be the girl that was getting them right when it was announced at the early bird price. Like no question, I'm not doing that anymore.
Jermaine, once you've got your tickets and like you're getting ready for a festival, what are you packing? Like, are you planning to be out there all day? And if so, what are you packing with you?
Child, I have a whole list because to be outside all day, like there are a lot of things I need. I need my empty water bottle because I'm not walking back and forth like out of my spot in the crowd because I'm in it. I'm trying to be as close as I can, so I'm not trying to like leave back and forth to get water. I got my sunglasses, sunscreen. I get migraines, so I got to keep them pills on me. My eyes get dry, so I need my eye drops. I got a portable charger, a cap for my bald head, hand sanitizer, you know, some other extra things to enjoy in the open air. And yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot.
So, right, so you've packed up, right, everything you need to be out there. But I also want to know about the money you spend when you get there, because you've already dropped probably a good amount on the tickets. Like, are you planning to also spend money when you get to the festival? Like, how do you get the best bang for your buck once you're there, right? Are the VIP tickets with the promos worth it, or can you go a la carte?
So I actually tried to get my partner to buy the VIP tickets to Lala this year, and I was like talking to him like, oh, like you get like a free drink, you get like all these things with like a special place you can go and like have a fan or whatever. He was like, Jermaine, we're going for one day, like it's not worth it. So most of the time people kind of have to like talk me off a ledge of spending more money.
100%. I feel that. And Caroline, you made a point earlier when I really start thinking about the kind of money, because I definitely am one to complain about the cost of ticket prices for anything, you know, especially when you add on fees and stuff. But I mean, with the biggest artists in the world right now, the price you're paying to just see them in a stadium is pretty comparable in some cases, if not more than what you're paying to see all of these different artists. Are those like extra perks sometimes worth it, the VIP packages to a festival?
You know, I can't say because I've never bought one. And maybe that's the answer, which is personally for me, they're not worth it. You know, last year at Lollapalooza, I did look at my boyfriend and go, there is something to those little golf carts driving you around instead of having to walk. I will say there's something about that that's really speaking to me right now. And maybe it's worth the extra money. I don't know. Like, I don't need the like premium bathrooms. Like, it would be nice, but I don't really need them.
I like Jermaine's face when you said our premium bathrooms worth it, because he was like, honestly, yes, they are.
They are. If you know where to go, you can almost get premium bathrooms if you just know which ones to go to. So that's you know, like not really, but you can definitely like, you know, figure out your way to go to the ones that are the least used.
Which ones do you go to?
Well, I mean, obviously it's an inconvenience, but you go to the ones that are the farthest out. The farthest out of the way.
Jermaine, if you look on Instagram, you look on Twitter, it almost seems like there is a festival aesthetic now, right? People are wearing like a certain type of fit to one of these festivals. What are you wearing when you go out to a music festival?
Yeah, that is like so interesting because I see that like all the time, and sometimes like I try to emulate it. Yeah, like the cowboy stuff. It's like the thigh-high boots and the hats and the crop tops and like all types of stuff. I had to realize for me that like that's like just not my style. So the first thing I'm doing is going to my closet and seeing what's in there. And then like if nothing is like hitting, if like the shorts aren't short enough and the t-shirts aren't fashion enough, then like I might go shopping. Like keep it real chill, and very comfortable shoes is ideal.
Okay.
I'm not about to be standing outside in Grant Park in like heels trying to be cute. No.
Caroline, what about you?
I don't really like to purchase new clothes anyway. I am like a thrifter, whatever. So like I'll go to the thrift store and look for something, but like I will say this has been forever.
Thrift store
and probably
chic
will.
is the other way I would describe it. Cowboy minimalist, thrift store chic.
You know what? We are lucky in Chicago, and like I could be totally speaking wrong. Like at least my experiences in Chicago with festivals, not just Lollapalooza, but like your Pitchforks, your Riot Fests, you know, I don't find that we have to deal with that as much as like a Coachella. Like we're, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, there's some people with like glitter on their face and like some people that are obviously
Angel
out of
wings.
towners wearing ridiculous outfits that are just not meant for music festivals. But for the most part, like the people that are going every year or that are kind of like understand, they have friends that have gone, even if they're younger, they're not wearing ridiculous. They're covering their body in glitter, sure. But outside of that, they're wearing like a bathing suit top and shorts and tennis shoes. But yeah, I'm wearing comfortable, but like a little skirt and a little tank.
Mm-hmm.
My constant is my white Reebok tennis shoe that I get every single year. And I retire them after festival season because they're dirty and like brown and stuff. And that's my cycle. I actually have kept them all and I've labeled them by year because I kind of want them to be an art installation one day in my house.
Love it. How are y'all getting to these festivals? Like, what is your transportation tip for people who want to move around the city?
Public.
Same. And I do think that's where like, I definitely know the like positives and negatives of music festivals, but if you think about all the money that it's bringing into the city, especially like transit, like hotel, I don't know, like a lot of food, restaurants, maybe they're not going to like the super hyper local ones, but you're getting a lot of money from people coming in for it, especially the transit. I mean, it's impossible to get on the blue or red line after that festival, after like Lollapalooza.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, as our resident music fest skeptical, I understand that they're every single weekend, but even if you don't like music festivals, go to the show notes so you can see the list of coming up festivals that we put there so you know where to avoid public transit, y'all. But Jermaine, Caroline, I appreciate y'all coming on to talk about how you plan for music festivals, how you go about choosing the perfect lineup and the perfect day to go. But also, I appreciate y'all just sharing y'all energy and y'all joy. This is such a huge part of Summertime Shot. Thousands of people love going out. And so I'm glad I got to sit down and talk to y'all about why y'all will be amongst those groups.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to talk about music in Chicago anytime.
Before I let you go, a little bit of news, y'all. Chicago Public Schools has released a $9.4 billion budget proposal, and according to the numbers, about half will go directly to schools, a $240 million increase over last year. After multiple delays, migrant families have been moved from a North Side YMCA to Daly College on the Southwest Side. Mayor Brandon Johnson's office says the YMCA will continue to be used to house single men. The Chicago Sky are home tonight against the Indiana Fever. It's their Juneteenth celebration game, so fans will leave with some commemorative merch and hopefully another W. And some good news. Fiesta Back of the Yard starts tomorrow and runs through Sunday on 47th Street between Ashland and Damon. Of course, there'll be food, live music, and even carnival rides. The best part, admission is free. As always, we appreciate you for listening. Make sure you're reading along with our daily newsletter, Hey Chicago. Subscribe now at chicago.citycast.fm, and I'll be here bright and early tomorrow breaking down some key stories from the week. Make sure you join me. Peace. Here we go. And a 1, and a 3, and a bum, bum, bum.